Now, the Bank of Canada has done it again. Rates have gone up. And this has left you saying they keep increasing interest rates and now home ownership is out of reach, just like it was at the beginning of the year. But hold the phone. Have you really looked at the current situation? This is Curbside with Crystal. Now, I'm hearing a lot of interest rates have put home ownership out of reach for me, and I get it. Frankly, if I hear another interest rate announcement one more time, I'm going to pull my hair out. But alas, we are going to hear it one more time this year, so we'll just have to get through it together. But let's evaluate the situation. Is it that dire? And has it really priced you out of the market that you were able to get into in January if you could only win the offer in a competition that was very steep? So back in January, sale prices were heavily inflated to the tune of $100,000 to even $300,000. And there were often 10, 12, 15 or more offers on every house. And they sold in 5 days. So if you had a busy week, you didn't even have a chance to look at the property. But interest rates were crazy low. So there was one good side, low interest rates, and two bad sides, inflated prices and ridiculous competition at breakneck speeds. So jump ahead only 10 months to present day, and we have a very different situation where prices have right-sized, competition has fallen away, but yes, interest rates have increased. So now we have two good sides, a normalization in prices, far less competition at a more reasonable pace, and one bad side, higher interest rates. For the most part, the higher interest rates are really washed away by the lower purchase prices. We've seen a big drop in purchase prices, that's no secret. So what we are left with in the current market is one good side. Far less competition and a more relaxed real estate atmosphere that allows all sides to breathe and give buyers the opportunity to think and do their due diligence when purchasing. So if you don't believe me, I've worked out the numbers. So let's go over things. So first, a $900,000 purchase price, let's say in February, for a house that was worth $700,000. And we saw this all the time. If you were in the market, you know we saw it. So we're going to put 10% down, and the interest rate was about 3% over 30 years. So the payment for this house, if you were lucky enough to get the winning offer, with of course no conditions, because that wasn't even a thing earlier this year. So the monthly payment for the house was $3,407 for your principal and interest. Now let's look at the same house, now selling for its actual value of $700,000. Down payment of 10%, which by the way is now $20,000 less, might I add, which makes a huge difference. Looking at current interest rates of about 5.5%, over 30 years is $3,553. So yes, $146 more than that same house in January or February. So it is a little bit higher, but frankly, if $146 is pricing you out of the market, you may want to take some time to consider whether you're actually able to afford a house in the first place. So let's recap. The upside of buying now versus earlier this year is, number one, your down payment's less. In the situation I mentioned in January or February, that 10% was $90,000. Now that the market has normalized, that 10% is now $70,000. And that's a pretty big change. Even if you're looking at 5% down or 20% down, those numbers are going to be more beneficial now. Number two, more often than not, you're able to negotiate in this market when you put an offer in. You put your offer in, they sign it back, and you make your next move. It's this awesome negotiation dance that you're able to take part in, rather than writing down some number that you don't think your kids will pay off. And number three, as I've said before, the condition train is back in town. You now have the opportunity to put conditions of financing and inspection in, and you get time to do your homework before the deal is finalized. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not a fan of higher interest rates either. But listen, we're never going to have the perfect situation that is absolutely amazing for everybody. For instance, where interest rates are really low, sale prices are a steal, and you're the only person in town looking for a house. So let's call the current market a win. The upside of interest rates are washed out by the lower purchase price. So again, that's pretty much a financial wash, but you've got some more opportunities to take your time to put conditions in a more relaxed market. If you have any questions on this or would like to run your own numbers, feel free to give me a call. Once again, it's Crystal Powell, real estate broker with RE/MAX Jazz, serving Durham region and the Quinte West. And if you have any questions about the market, are thinking about buying or selling, or all things real estate, just call Crystal. Talk to you soon.